everyone, Dawn here behind the camera today on this edition of Little Wonders Nature Shorts, where we're going to learn about your very own discovery tools. Now, what tools are these? Well, they are your 5 senses. So, your first sense that you're using to watch this video is your sense of sight. What other senses do you have? Well, your sense of hearing and touch and smell and taste. So let's look at some creative ways that you can use 4 of these senses to discover the outdoors. And one thing I like to do is, besides my scavenger hunt that I created here to go exploring and help the children focus, I also like to make a journal or a nature notebook, and the kids can draw what they are seeing and experiencing outside, and parents, you can help the kids by writing down what they have drawn. Now, I'm going to first start out with something I made. I'm going to see what's in my mystery bag. Now, you can make these at home. Just use a pillowcase or a shoebox or even a reusable grocery bag and put some natural objects in here. Nothing live, of course. I'm going to see what I have in my mystery bag, and the whole point of this is actually, let's put it down here, to feel what is inside the bag, take a guess, and then pull things out and see if your child guessed it right. So what is in my bag? I feel something rough. Ooh, I feel something smooth. I feel something soft. What could these be? Let me get a little closer. I think I know what some of them are. Would you like to see? Yes, I know I had a stick in there. Definitely my something rough. Ah, some soft white pine needles. Those are nice. I forget what I put in this bag. What else? Well, there's my pine cone. Definitely a good feel. It's a white pine cone. And they're very soft. Oh, my crunchies. I forgot about my crunchies. Those were dead leaves. Dead leaves. There's another rough one. A walnut. So I had a seed in there. Oh, my soft was the top of a dandelion. Got all shriveled up, but it still feels kind of squishy and soft. Oh, I had one more rough one in there, and it was even very solid, even heavy. It all depends what your child can describe these things as. I had a rock in there. So the mystery bags are fun. It really gets you using your sense of touch to explore nature. Now, I do have some tools for, the sense we're probably using the most when we're outside. And that is that sense of sight. So, binoculars. If you have binoculars, of course, they're a great thing to use to see things far away. They bring things up close. Also, for the sense of sight, you could take some paint color chip samples and hand one at a time out to your child on a nature walk. Should have undid these. And have them try to find a color in nature that is that color, and then trade it out for another color, and see how many colors they can find in nature. If you don't have the paint chips, another fun way to do it, or you could do both, I took an egg carton and painted different colors within there, and then I can go around on a nature walk and try to find these colors in nature. Here's a hint: if you're not finding something blue, try looking up on a nice day, and you may see that blue. This morning, we're looking at more gray up there. So there's some great ways to use your sense of sight. You might see some other tools I have here. Now, what are these? Well, let's listen to a few things. You may not be able to hear the rain starting to fall around me, but I am listening to some rain. I am listening to some bird songs, and I also have these here. That's a frog. That's a spring peeper. And that spring peeper they call often right now in the springtime when it's wet and a little bit warmer. You may also hear the toads. That's an American toad. Now, when you're out in nature, to hear things a little easier, you can make your ears a little larger. Like if you look at a deer or a fox, they have very large ears. And you can make what I like to call deer ears. So if you take your hand and cup it and put it behind your ear, not closing off your ears. So you push your ear flap forward a little bit, and then you go and listen to a sound. It makes it louder because you're making your ear bigger. So let's see if that works. You can listen to the frog without your deer ears. Then you can put on your deer ears and listen to that frog again. How about the toad? It should be a little louder. So try that when you're outside next time. There's one more thing I like to do when I'm outside with youngsters sometimes, and that is take a little paper cup or a plastic cup and have a tea party. Now this is a smelly tea party. So you take a little walk and you go ahead and pick little pieces of plants and crumple them up and put them in your teacup. So it can be grasses, it can be small pieces of flowers. You don't want to pick anything huge. Pine needles, maybe it's soil, maybe it's an herb you have sitting around, all sorts of stuff. And if you crumple it, it brings out the smell a little more. And once you have that cup filled up a bit, then you can share your smells. You can do this with your child and share your smell. Does your tea smell good? Or do you want to make a different tea that might smell better? Now, your sense of taste, you're probably not going to use out on a nature walk. You might want to just use that for when you have your snack. So I hope you enjoyed learning about how to use your discovery tools out in nature today. And I'll see you next time here on Little Wonders Nature Shorts. Thanks.